Good morning. I am 3 minutes early. Unfortunately, I cannot tag anybody because I am driving and because I don't have my computer. So I hope you guys find your way into the practice yourself. Good morning, Mike. I wonder if we can stop here today. Maybe a little bit closer to the water. That's a nice view. Good morning, Mary. Perfect. Good morning, Gina. Yeah, I'm going to the studio to give the 7:45 a.m. class. I am on my way. Oops, let me organize myself here a little bit. A bit different from my usual setup. All right, it is time for us to start. Yesterday we looked at comparison, and I know for many of you it really resonated, which is, of course, very understandable because, as we discussed yesterday, we all compare ourselves up or down without even realizing it. So it's so awesome that we were able to bring awareness to that yesterday. And in the next couple of days, we will explore something that's very closely related to that, or you may even say that it often is a result of the process of comparison. I'm talking about envy and jealousy. We very often misuse these two words. Um, for example, we often say, "Oh, that's amazing, I'm so jealous," when we clearly feel envious, not jealous. And yet, envy and jealousy result from different situations, generate distinct appraisals, and produce very distinctive emotional experiences. Researchers Richard Smith and Sun Kim write, envy occurs when we want something that another person has. Envy typically involves two people and occurs when one lacks something enjoyed by another. The target of envy may be a person or a group of people, but the focus of envy is that one lacks something compared with a specific target, whether it be a target individual or target group. Jealousy, on the other hand, occurs when we fear losing a relationship or a valued part of a relationship that we already have. And typically, jealousy involves three people and occurs when one fears losing someone to another person. Today, let's take a closer look at envy. Some study found that 90% of episodes of envy can be attributed to one of the three main categories: attraction, meaning our physical attractiveness, romantic attraction, social popularity; competence, in other words, we can be envious of someone's intelligence, knowledge, skills; and lifestyle. We can easily get envious of someone's financial status, of course, or someone's freedom in their choices of life. Brené Brown says that there appears to be two types of envy. Some envy, she says, comes with hostility. I want that, and I don't want you to have it. And in fact, I want you to be pulled down and put down. And some experiences of envy, on the other hand, don't include any hostility at all. I want that, but you can have it too. And I don't want you to be put or pulled down in any way. She adds this fact that the hostility and the desire for denigration and sometimes part of envy makes it very tough for us to own that emotion. That's why we say I'm jealous instead of I'm envious. And even if we do own our hostile emotions that come with some envy, it would also be a bit too cumbersome to say, I am envious, but not the bad kind, or I'm envious, but really I want you to not have it and be put down. Anyway, now let's explore how we embody envy. As always, take a comfortable position and take a few moments to settle in, noticing all the circumstances of your practice, both internal and external. Noticing your breath and allowing it to be uncontrolled. Just let it flow through your body, in and out. Notice how your body responds to your inhales and exhales. Select the primary anchor for this practice, which can be your breath or any sensation in your body that's easy for you to come back to whenever you notice that your mind has wandered and you're no longer here with your practice. Now bring to mind something you are envious about or were envious about at some point, and really be honest with yourself here. That's the point. We are all familiar with this experience. There is no point in denying that. Remember, envy is about wanting something that another person has. So for a moment, reflect on the source of your envy. Do you perceive the other person as more attractive, physically or socially or romantically? More socially accepted, maybe? Maybe this other person has more financial freedom or freedom of choice, the lifestyle you like. Are you envious of the skills and talents of that person? So whatever it is through it for you, just own that. Be aware of that. And as you go through this reflection, notice what's happening in your body now. What are the actual physical sensations? Where do you feel your envy the most? In other words, where does your envy live in your body? What's your heart rate right now? Is your breath changing in any way? Being brutally honest with yourself. Acknowledge what kind of envy it is, hostile or non-hostile. In other words, do you want this person to be put down in any way, to trip somehow and lose whatever it is they have, or have problems in other areas of their lives? And again, be honest with yourself. It's okay to have less than desirable thoughts and emotions. It's totally fine. We all have it. And we can change that only by being aware of them. Remembering that one perfect antidote for any type of comparison and its outcomes is well-wishing. Start sending loving kindness to that person you are envious of. May he or she be filled with loving kindness. May they be well in body and mind. May they feel healthy, happy, and at ease. May they know deep, natural peace. Keep with this loving kindness mantra, sending this well-wishing to that person. And at the same time, notice if anything changes in your body and mind as you do this. Perhaps you'll tap into some softness, or maybe it will suddenly feel like there is more space for you to breathe into, more space in which to dissolve your hostility if it's present, more space to dissolve the envy itself. How do you feel now? Take a nice breath in and out, and deeply thank yourself for this honest exploration. Remember, we're all human. We all have these experiences, nothing to be ashamed of. If we want to live a more relaxed, more peaceful life, inside and out, we need to be aware of all our less than desirable states and find a wholesome way to deal with them. So as you go through your day today, I invite you to notice whenever you become envious of something. Notice what you say to yourself or to the other person in that moment. Are you calling yourself your envy jealousy in the attempt to make it feel lighter for yourself or the other person, even if it's kind of subconscious, unintentional on tip? Can you actually admit that you are envious, even if it's just for yourself, just to yourself? And can you start dissolving your envy in the vast space of loving kindness? Thank you so much for being here today. Have a beautiful day, and I will see you tomorrow.